Billions of dollars, years of planning, entire cities left to rot. These projects were once symbols of ambition. Now they're haunting reminders of failure. From ghost towns to forgotten megastructures, these are the 10 most expensive abandoned projects in the world.
Ciudad Real Central Airport, Spain. $1.1 billion.
Imagine spending over $1 billion on an airport, and it shuts down just 3 years later. That's exactly what happened with Ciudad Real Airport in Spain. Built to ease congestion in Madrid, it opened in 2009 during a massive financial crisis. Airlines didn't come, passengers didn't come. In 2012, it went bankrupt. It was eventually sold at auction for just $10,000. $1 billion ghost terminal waiting for flights that never arrive.
Ryugyong Hotel, North Korea. $750 million.
Nicknamed the Hotel of Doom, the Ryugyong Hotel in Pyongyang is a 105-story monster. Construction began in 1987 and then stopped. Political instability and lack of funds turned it into the tallest abandoned building on Earth. For decades, it was just a hollow pyramid dominating the skyline. Though it was later fitted with glass, the interior remains unfinished, a towering symbol of dreams deferred.
Forest City, Malaysia. $100 billion project.
Yes, you heard that right. $100 billion. Forest City was supposed to be a futuristic green metropolis on artificial islands, homes for 700,000 people, smart infrastructure, vertical gardens. But now, it's practically empty. Chinese investment pulled back, locals couldn't afford to live there, and political backlash mounted. Forest City is now a surreal, lifeless shell of what was promised. A $1 billion blueprint that no one wants to live in.
Burj Al Babas, Turkey. $200 million.
Luxury castles in the hills of Turkey that no one lives in. The Burj Al Babas was meant to be a fairy tale getaway for wealthy investors. Over 700 Gothic-style mini-castles were built, and then the money ran dry. Economic issues and lawsuits brought the project to a standstill. Today, the site looks like a haunted Disney village. Rows of abandoned castles, identical and eerie.
Naypyidaw, Myanmar. Estimated $4 to $5 billion.
A capital city with 20-lane highways, grand government buildings, and almost no one around. In 2005, Myanmar moved its capital from Yangon to Naypyidaw. It's vast, 4 times the size of London, but it's mostly deserted. Oldway locals rarely visit. Tourists avoid it. Despite the billions spent, Naypyidaw feels more like a movie set than a living city.
The International Space Station. Future abandonment. $150 billion.
The most expensive structure ever built by humanity. $150 billion spent. Orbiting Earth at 17,000 miles per hour. But by 2030, the International Space Station will likely be decommissioned. Plans are underway to crash it into the ocean. When that day comes, Earth's greatest collaborative project will become space junk, a drifting monument to our ambition and our impermanence.
Hashima Island, Japan.
Once one of the most densely populated places on Earth, Hashima Island is now a decaying ruin. In the early 1900s, it was a coal mining powerhouse. At its peak, 5,000 people lived on a tiny concrete island just 16 acres in size. But as coal declined, so did Hashima. In 1974, it was abandoned overnight. Today, it's known as Battleship Island, a chilling concrete skeleton in the sea.
Canfranc International Station, Spain. Europe's Titanic of train stations.
Built in 1928 between France and Spain, Canfranc was an architectural marvel, the second largest station in the world at the time. But war, politics, and geography doomed it. Train traffic died down. In 1970, the French side of the connection collapsed, and Canfranc was forgotten. Now it sits, half restored, half decayed, a beautiful ruin trapped in time.
Sanzhi UFO houses, Taiwan. They look like flying saucers from a retro sci-fi film. The Sanzhi UFO houses were meant to be a seaside resort for the rich in the 1970s. But after financial issues and rumors of deaths during construction, the project was abandoned. For years, the colorful pods sat empty, weather-beaten and eerie. They were demolished in 2010. Still, their images live on as an internet legend.
Taman Central Park, Indonesia.
Deep in Jakarta lies the remains of an amusement park that never opened.
Taman Central Park was meant to be a major attraction in the 1990s, but construction was never finished. Nature reclaimed it. Today, it's an overgrown maze of rusty rides and moss-covered structures. A jungle hiding a dream that never came true.
Sathorn, unique tower, Bangkok, Thailand, $50 million.
Locals call it the Ghost Tower. Sathorn Unique was meant to be a luxury skyscraper in Bangkok. But the 1997 Asian financial crisis hit, and construction stopped overnight. Now, the unfinished 49-story tower stands as an eerie monument to economic collapse. Urban explorers sneak in, but it remains unsafe and unfinished. A haunting high-rise frozen in time.
Okpo Land, South Korea, millions in value.
Okpo Land was a theme park with dreams of rivaling Disneyland. But after a tragic accident on the Duck roller coaster, everything changed. Rumors say a child died, and soon after, the park shut down for good. Rides rusted. Nature took over. For years, it was one of the most haunted abandoned amusement parks in Asia. It was demolished in 2011, but the legend lives on.
Centralia, Pennsylvania, USA. Town lost due to underground fire.
In 1962, a coal mine beneath Centralia caught fire. No one thought it would spread, but it did, and never stopped. Toxic gas, sinkholes, streets collapsing. The town was evacuated, buildings demolished. Only a few residents remain. Centralia is now a ghost town with smoke still rising from the ground. A silent warning about playing with fire. Expo 2010. Pavilions. Shanghai, China. Billions invested. Expo 2010 was the world's largest World's Fair, a celebration of technology and design. Over 73 million people visited. But once the fair ended, most of the stunning pavilions were left to rot. Some were dismantled, others now sit abandoned. Billions were spent for just 6 months of glory and a decade of decay. Al Madam, Ghost Village, UAE, abandoned to the desert. Deep in the UAE desert lies Al Madam, a tiny village swallowed by sand. Built in the 1970s, it was once home to the Al-Qutbi tribe, but it was mysteriously abandoned. Today, half-buried houses stand frozen in time, filled with drifting sand. Was it desert winds, jinn legends, or something else? No one knows for sure, and that's what makes it fascinating. Billions invested, dreams constructed, and then abandoned. Some of these places may never be revived. Others might get a second chance. But all of them remind us, even the biggest ideas can fail. Which project surprised you the most? Leave a comment and let us know. And if you love stories like these, Subscribe for more abandoned, mysterious, and insane facts from around the world. Until next time, don't waste your billions.